Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another Napoleon Total War 3 battle for you today. As you can see, file upon file, rank upon rank of French infantry marching by in their glorious uniforms, and then also some pretty tattered ones here in their great coats. But we have the French army of 1809 to 1812 marching here, going to face the Austrian army of 1809. Just two perfectly like size up armies here. Like, they're both from the same period, they both have similar sort of size, and they are both going to be facing each other on the battlefield. Here we have Sweden also here today, and they look like they'll be facing well, they look like they'll be facing anyone and everyone, to be honest, as well. But it looks like there's a little bit of an engagement going on. It looks like we've got some Austrians here that are going in, some hussars overextending, and they are going to get attacked by some of the cuirassiers here of Kalanko's like regiment. August de Calanco's regiment. This guy here, August de Calanco, I'm pretty sure, I could be getting his name entirely wrong, but I do know he died at the Battle of Borodino. He charges like one of the redoubts at Borodino and gets like himself destroyed by like a load of cannon fire. He dies in the fighting anyway. He did say to like Napoleon he's going to take the redoubt or die trying, and he does both. Dies trying and takes the redoubt. But yeah, Sweden here looks like he's going to be facing a bit of the 1809-1812 army. And we have a Russian army here along, looks like going to be facing Denmark. So we have the two French armies, we have the Danish, and they are facing the Austrians, Russians, and Swedish. So a good coalition against the typical enemies, plus the Danish. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's an Italian army here. Yeah, there's a 1796, 1800. So there you go. So that's the other French army. So you have a more modern one and a earlier period one. But yeah, you can see these guys look glorious as ever, the Frenchmen. So if you are enjoying seeing Napoleon Total War 3 at the moment on the channel, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. As ever, guys, you're amazing with your support as we work our way towards 2,000 subscribers. But yes, so it looks like a few buildings have been captured. So we've got a building over here captured by the Russians. This is I believe that, yeah, this is a building that is worth one. So as you can see on the map here, all these buildings are worth a certain amount. So it looks like the Russians, or the Allies, have taken a couple of buildings. They've taken another one over here. So they've got two buildings that are worth one each on the flanks. They've got the four back here. And so if they are fighting for buildings, they are winning at the moment, are the Allies. But if they're just going for a total annihilation, well, all is still up for grabs. But it looks like the first blood went to the French. They killed like a couple of hussars, but nothing major. But yeah, so these like cuirassiers look amazing. I mean, they've got some huge units here. These are some very expensive cuirassiers. Oh, I can hear some charging. Where they go? Oh yeah, you can see here the Austrians going in again with more hussars. They look like going up against some chasseurs de cheval. Looks like the chasseurs de cheval are going to lose this. I don't know. It could go either way. Morale just changes so much, but there you go. It looks like the Austrians won, but they are going to get attacked again by some more hussars. And this is Hussars de Le Hollandais. So this is like some Dutch in the service of the French, and they just sent in one unit of cavalry. It seemed a bit strange. I mean, they're sending the hussars now. I think they're going after this artillery. Yeah, they are. They're going after this artillery. This is what they're going for. Oh my god, that was loud. There you go. Look at that. They massacred the crew. And they are going on, and they're going to, I think, attack these hussars themselves, or they could go for Bertrand here, one of the general. I'm pretty sure he was a General Bertrand at this point. I don't think he ever becomes a marshal. Actually, he's one of the few like respectable generals of Napoleon who never becomes a marshal. Yeah, that hussar should really just get out of there. It's going to get absolutely harassed by all these cuirassiers now, if it stays here. But yeah, he's doing quite a nice job with his cavalry. I mean, this seems like... Actually, no, maybe this Austrian army seems to... I don't know. This Austrian army seems to be like facing almost two French armies at this point. Certainly the Swedish need to come up and certainly help fight the 1809-1812 army. You see they're just getting ready. It looks like some a few shots going off by the skirmishers over here. So this is the first sort of engagement by any units firing some firearms. You can hear them there, just the cracks of the rifles going off. So this is yeah, it's a... I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. It's something in Swedish, but they're a skirmisher unit. They look very nice, and they're just taking some shots at some of the Swiss units back there. Some line infantry as well. So it looks like, yes, the battle lines are almost formed up. I haven't really seen much of the Danish army. The Danish army is yet to appear. At the moment, all of the Danish army consists of is a couple of units over here. They've got a little bit back there as well at the, that looks like it's a general. Yeah, they can see that. Oh, they've got an artillery piece appearing, and they've got another one there because I saw some smoke appear. Or I saw a bit of smoke appear, but yeah, you can see in the background there's some smoke just there. That's another artillery piece going off. There it is. 6-pounder as well appearing. So they've got 2 artillery pieces. Oh, there you go. Like, apparently the Danish just don't want to show themselves today. But yeah, the Russians, they're an 1812 variant. They should do just fine against the Danish. I have a feeling that the Russians are going to win their flank, but I think the French could overwhelm some of the Austrians. They could 2v1 them at this point, or like 1.5 army, and leave the other half army just to slow down the Swedes, because they're on a really narrow front of the Swedes. They're deciding to just like try and overwhelm a tiny little area. You can see here the rifles.
Sir, our general is under attack.
Not the rifles, the muskets of the line infantry now firing off, and they're just trying to shoot these light infantry. Light infantry can't fight like line infantry in prolonged like combat because well, A, there's less of them, and also like, well, that's the main thing. There's less of them, so they can't fire as many shots. And like the sheer volley is just so much more devastating than like the constant little just picking off by sharpshooters. But yeah, these Swiss infantry look good in their bright yellow. But yeah, there was a general being attacked. I'm not quite sure who that was. Was that Bertrand possibly? Yeah, I think he's getting fired upon by artillery. So that's a bit cheesy by the Austrian player, but a respectable thing to, well, it's not actually a very respectable thing to do. Wellington would not be pleased. Believe that you shouldn't fire upon enemy generals. As we have a look at some of these French units, they just look great, don't they? But yes, this was sent in by a member of the Discord with this replay. So if you'd like to join the Discord to send in your own Napoleon Total War 3 replays or any just replays from any Total War, then feel free to do so. The link is down in the description. Always appreciate new replays. I love checking out your guys' battle replays to just see what you've been up to, and like see what battles that you've been creating or taking part in, and if they're really good, they may then feature on the channel. It looks like some artillery's been firing over there at some Freikorps, which is like a cavalry unit, and Freikorps, sorry, not Freikorps, and that's a cavalry unit there, and that's as it tries to get around the 1806 army. It looks like the French are going to keep coming forward. They're going to keep edging forward, trying to come forward. There's a lot of line infantry here, though. This is a lot of Swedish line infantry. They are not going to get through all this. Those 4 units. I think the Swedish line infantry is going to be some of the most ugly line infantry there is. They're in top hats. I don't like that. And they also look like they have barley on their heads, with their yellow sort of feather in their hats. They're I think these are like their lifeguards. These look a lot nicer. But yeah, there you go. The first volley going off. Oh, you can just see the smoke in the background. And there you go. First proper line engagement, really beginning, and it's going to be the Swedes against the French. And there you go, the crack of muskets going off. I do apologise, it's a little bit louder. Oh my god, a general's already been killed? What? I bet that's Bertrand, isn't it? Yeah, someone's been firing on Bertrand. Okay, so I think this artillery over here has been firing on Bertrand. Yeah, it's this one here, this 5-pounder here has been firing on Bertrand and has killed him off. So clearly Austria doesn't believe that he's going to beat the French without trying some sneaky tactics. And it looks like, yeah, I can't see anything else going on. Apparently there's some engagements over here. I think it's just this Freikorps is just getting shot at constantly. Because the only fighting I can see that's really going on is here. I mean, Russia is completely surrounding the French. Look is this. Like, the Danish are nowhere to be seen. And they're going to get surrounded, the French here. This is going to be insane. Yeah, and there's nothing stopping us. Like, the Danish are just nowhere to be seen. You can see, yeah, these French are just like, don't even realize what's about to happen yet. And the Swiss just firing manically. Oh, it's glorious. It's glorious. And the smoke. This is what it would have been like in history. You just can't see what's going on. That's why everyone's in bright uniforms. Just so you can possibly have a chance of seeing what's going on. It's awesome. It sounds awesome as well. I'm so glad I put the audio up just so you can hear the crack of the muskets even more. I get the Austrians should be pushing forward. They should be trying to either squeeze on the flanks here of the 1809 forces, or they should be really making a push on the Italian army here, the more revolutionary French army. You can see all this these dragoons here. They might want to, like, there's a big gap in the line here. They could almost go here, take out this unit. They could go after these this artillery here, and then they could go after the Swiss. Oh, not the Swiss, the Swedes, if they wanted to. I mean, there's artillery all the way back there as well. They need to be careful of that. I mean, it's clearly, yeah, clearly the French aren't liking their odds here. Look at just the sheer amount of units. I mean, also the light infantry on the flanks is probably doing a nice bit of damage. And they're going to fall back and sort of make like an L shape. There you go. As they try. And then you got cavalry coming in, though. We did miss that charge. I do apologize. But some Russian cavalry now joining the fight. And it's going to take out one of the line infantry units here. And it's going to go into the next. And this is going to be chaos for the French. They're trying to form square formation with some of their units. And they will. And here comes some hussars as well to try and countercharge. No, they're chasseurs to cheval. But either way. They are going to break, I think, the Russians. Oh, no, they broke first, the French. Oh, my gosh. Wow. And the Russians are sending up even more. This looks like a... What unit is this? This must be cuirassiers. Yeah. Oh, the Russian cuirassiers are here. They will be a force to reckon with. But, yeah, look at that. There's absolute panic going on. Just because of one Russian cavalry unit just getting in there. I think it is dead. Or it's been shot to pieces, one or the other. But yeah, that's caused absolute panic. Actually, it's got out. It's got out all right. Still got 25 men in it. But yeah, the French are in full chaos here, in full retreat. They've been outflanked. The Danish need to make an appearance. Like, where are they? They're like constantly firing over here for some reason. I don't know what they're even firing at. But this Russian line infantry is looking firm. It's looking ready to go. Needs some Danish to kill. Looks glorious. I mean, it looks like they're taking a few casualties, some cuirassiers or something like that, but nothing like major. Nothing major compared to what the French are losing right now. The French are in absolute chaos. Look at them; they're falling back on their Italian ally. They really should have made an offensive against the Austrians, taking the battle to the Austrians, force the Swedes to come like well across. The Russians are now making an advance. They're going to go and find the Danish army. Maybe the Danish are laying a bit of a trap for the Russians. I don't know. Can't see their army. I can literally see like that one gun, and that's about it. But yeah, you can see all these units now moving across. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't move. I'd just these men over and just start facing the Swedes. I think the French army here could take down the Swedes quite easily, even with a bit of Russian support. I think they're okay. I think this Italian army needs to take the offensive to the Austrians well. This is working in favor of the Austrians. Just sit back. They'll happily gun away. They'll just shoot their guns all day. We'll have a look at some of these more like revolutionary French. Oh my gosh, the drums are so loud. There you go. And there's some fighting going on. I've been, oh yeah, you can see this Freikorps here. They keep coming after the artillery. They're insistent on taking this artillery out. And there you go, some shots going off. They've got some more cavalry going in here, some hussars. What did they take out? Some more, some of the Dutch hussars. Oh my gosh, there's a big cavalry charge. There's a big cavalry charge. What is this? Joachim Murat, chasseurs cheval. Okay, so this is like Murat's first unit, like first command almost. And yeah, you can see more coming in, more hussars. They look like, yeah, it looks like the French are getting absolutely routed. I mean, they were getting routed to start with, but now they're going to rout the Austrians with the support of their infantry. So that's well done. And then, as you can see, it's absolute chaos going on now. Absolute chaos. I can't keep up. I do apologize. But as you can see, it now looks like the French rear is being attacked. Oh, this really expensive cavalry's girl had to go in. Oh no, yeah, it's some of the really nice dragoons they had. And they're fighting off the cuirassiers of Russia. And you can see the Swiss are just coming through the town now. They are piling in. This French rear is under like threat. We've got some of the. This is like the Royal Cuirassiers. This is like Royal Pologne. I don't know how you pronounce that. Yeah, they're in nice white. You can see like the. Oh no, that's just like the officer or something, like in a white, yellowy color. I don't know what that is. Yeah, yellowy sort of color, but they look really nice still. And look at this, just a massive pile up of cavalry. This can't be good. You need to like charge in. This is like just any Total War. You should be just charging in with cavalry, not piling it up like this. And finally, the Danish make an appearance. And, but I mean, they're so far behind the enemy lines, like the Russians can just send their cavalry in and just do all sorts of issues. And the Swedes are now flanking with infantry. So, I mean, this is turning into a real issue here for the French. They're having a lot of problems. They're having a full back. Like, look at this Chevaliers as well. This is in enemy lines, deep in enemy lines for the Austrians. And it is going to just, like, cause absolute havoc. What's it going to take out now? Because Chasseurs de Guard, this is, like, one of, like, the old guard units almost. Oh, it's going in for artillery. Very nice. But yeah, this is like the Chasseurs de la Garde here. They're like the original unit for the old guard, basically. They're also, yeah, like the light infantry for the old guard. Like that's what a chasseur is. But yeah, they gunned down those cavalry basically. They took out the artillery though. I mean, the crew is still alive. They could definitely get back on the guns, but they can't maneuver them now. So it's like, what do you do with them? Do you hold the line and hold the guns, or do you fall back? Because I mean, this French army is still falling back. The Swedes are having an absolute time of their lives. They're causing a lot of problems. Even with a bit of Russian support, they're doing a really good job here. We've got some, yeah, look, all that cavalry, that really expensive cavalry is like routed. You can see here the infantry's all in full retreat. God, this is not looking good for the French. Fall back, men, fall back. Shaming their emperor, though. They are shaming their emperor. But I mean, yeah, they keep taking just building after building. So I mean, they have a lot of these buildings. They have one building here. If you can see on the mini map, they've got like one. Worth 1, they've got another one here worth 4, they're taking this one here in the middle of the map worth 1, and they've got the one on the far left that's also worth 1. So I mean, the French are not, if it's for buildings, which it looks like it is, the French are not winning, and they keep falling back. It looks like they are going to fall back and defend their 4, like their building worth 4, but can they afford to? Not really. I mean, if they decide that, yeah, they're going to fall back, just try and defend in a smaller area, and they're trying then beat some of these armies and then take the offensive and try and retake these buildings, that's not a bad idea. But I mean, that might be their only option, because I mean, they're kind of getting a bit split up. You can see the guns, they've remounted onto the guns, and they're going to try and fire at all the Austrians over there. I mean, this Austrian army is fresh, really. All the infantry is fresh. And most of the Italian infantry is as well, like the Italian campaign. Their infantry is pretty fresh. It's the cavalry that's just a bit like wounded, and so is their guns. They've lost a few guns. But you got to remember that the 1812 French army has no general now, so this is why they're having such a hard time against the Swedes. And you can see, like, it's just pouring out here. All most of these troops coming out of this forest here are breaking. They've got very few. Well, I mean, quite a few of them could be hidden, but they've got very few units that are actually standing and fighting. And we've got one back here. This is a huge cavalry unit. Oh yeah, this is the one of the huge, very expensive cuirassier units. They look glorious. They've only lost a few men. Just look at that breastplate. It looks awesome. As I'm looking at the small details, I'm sure I'm missing some very key stuff. I mean, you can see here, this is just like constant issues here. The Austrians keep going after like tiny little units. This is a tiny hussar unit, and it's just trying to take out this gun. And now they're having to send in a huge dragoon unit just to try and wipe them out. I mean, this Austrian play must be horrendous to play against. It just keeps sending like tiny little cavalry units, just going, right, I'm going to take out your guns, and you can't do anything about it. I mean, they can, and they're trying. You can see, look at this. Look at this. Is a huge and still very fresh cavalry unit. Don't know why the Swedes have just run this down, knock the unit down. They could. The Swedes could. They're being very honourable. They have cavalry here. All these dragoons. They should just run down this cuirassier unit. Just get it down lower in troops. So it's like less of a threat later, because this is still 65 men. That's a lot of men to kill. Yeah, there you go. They are slowly trying to kill a few of them off, but they could just chase this French army down. They're being a bit honourable, I think. A bit too honourable. And the Russians are still not having a fight against the Danish. What is going on there with them? I have no idea. It's like the Cold War. The Russians just don't want to fight. And yeah, you can see the Swedes just shooting into the backs of these poor French. Awful men. Oh, glorious. Even if they're just shooting retreating men, it's just great. It's just the noise is amazing. It looks like this is going to be the new French line. It's going to be a huge French line across here. It looks like the Italians are trying to rejoin up with them now. But then I thought that, and then it looks like the French are going to fall back again. What is going on? What is going on? I might just make a cut until like some actual sizable fighting goes on again for you guys, because you don't want to just watch loads of retreating French. So I'll see you guys in a moment. Okay, so we are back, and it looks like the French are preparing for a volley. There you go. The French and the Austrians look like they're about to have a proper fight. I mean, as I say that, they fall back again. But yeah, it looks like they are getting very, very close to having a fight there. It looked like they were going to stand and fight, and then deciding no, they're going to fall back. But yeah, as you can see, you've not really missed much. I mean, the French are being pushed back right to their spawn. They started right at the back here of this map, of as you can see on the mini-map. Where that 4 building is, they started just around there. And they're being forced all the way back. They've travelled all the way forward just to go all the way back. And it looks like they're going to make a stand here. The French have finally decided to stop retreating. I'm so glad, because, I mean, this is very un-French-like. I mean, it is, well, it sort of is and isn't. They do like their retreat, but not the Napoleonic French. They don't retreat. Oh, did you see that cannonball just come through, flying through? That came all the way, I think, from over there from the Danish. But you can see the Danish are actually sending forward some cavalry. They're going to try and catch out this light infantry. So this is going to be nasty. Here we go. Yeah, the dragoons of the Danish. Finally, the Danish are going to get into some action. I mean, they already did not like charging into that infantry. There you go. They're going to rout that Swedish infantry quite nicely. They might take out the other one as well. Here you go. The Scandinavians having their own fight, and you can see the Swedes are now counter-charging with their own dragoons. And the proper fighting has begun. The French infantry are engaging over here. We've got some cavalry now as well. This looks like it's the dragoons, yeah, fighting out here against some of the light infantry, and in comes some of the muskets as well of, yeah, look at this line infantry, and look at that, the horse is like, excuse me, don't mind me, coming through. Oh yes, just kill the horse while you're there. Poor horse, R.I.P. Looks awesome. You can't even see like the end of the Austrian line. It's so smoky. It looks amazing. The Swedes are just pushing up as well. I mean, can't get enough of this mod. Napoleon Total War 3 is amazing. Now they're just firing. It's like, fire at will, men. Just whoever's quickest to reload, they win. That is usually the case as well. I mean, when you are in Napoleonic fighting, if you like the British could reload like 3-4 times a minute, to like the French could only do like 2 or something. But there you go. Looks like the Danish are going to get some of the Russian cavalry, and they just, not Russian cavalry, Russian artillery, and they absolutely annihilated that. They just ran that down. I mean, they got a volley from some of the Swedish infantry, and the Russians are trying to catch them up now. But they took out one of the artillery. That's a big win for the Danish. And I'm going to say the Swedes win in this fight, mainly because this one unit here for the French is on pretty poor morale. The French here, you can see, are wrapping around. The 1809 faction coming to support their Italian allies. They're going to flank around with some of their units. They're going to try and shoot into the back, or not into the back, into the side of these Austrians. We'll get a volley here, but I mean, they have to be careful because the Swedes could just charge into the back. It looks like they're getting fired by the Austrian artillery, some of these units, but yeah, you can see the Austrians are trying to reform. Gonna get a volley? Possibly not. They're quite happy to keep firing at the revolutionaries. Yeah, the Austrians over there still falling back. Grenz is not happy with where they're positioned, and not surprised. Oh, that's a brutal like a hole in the line. Yeah, it's just this unit here on the end is it's quite an elite unit. It's a Piedmont unit. It's quite good. It can form square, and it's gonna absolutely battered by this 5-pounder here. And yeah, I think the 1812 guys finally realized, players finally realized, it's just not a good idea to stay on this flank. I mean, the Austrians here are having a bit of a hard time. You can see the Swedes are coming across now. They're going to come and charge in. They're going to come and do some damage to some of these French units here. So we'll get the mini-map up again. You can see there, the Swedish are going to probably rout most of this infantry on the flank. They might take this one out. They'll certainly take that one out. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Looks like the Swedes are going to break first. Wow. Look at that. I told you this Piedmont unit, they're elite. They'll take out 2 cavalry units apparently, with the support of the Italians, yeah. And the Swedes just carry on pushing on. They're just dividing this French army from the Danish so effectively. I mean, the Russians need to get moving up. I think they need to just pressure the Danish. But at the same time, do they? Like, the Austrians and the Swedes are doing such a good job. They eventually are gonna kill these French armies off by the looks of it. But it's heading into an absolute huge front line. I can hear like some sort of combat animation going on, but I can't see any combat going on. So I think that's just broken. I could be wrong. There could be something and I'm missing it. And everyone's just like, Pope, how are you so blind? But I can't see anything. Luckily they still got their general alive of the Italians, but for how long? He keeps getting attacked. He's down to 7 men now. Oh, that front line from the Austrians looks amazing. You see it like just erupt with flame. And then just like a load of guys just drop down dead. Well, the volley from the French now. Oh! Here we go. It sounds like some sort... Okay, yeah, it looks like the French are going to make a push over here. Going to flank around this Austrian side. They've got some cavalry they could do so. I mean, the Austrians are leaving troops behind to garrison these buildings. So, I mean, they have got less infantry, I think. I mean, so it looks like the Swedish have... I mean, they don't have less infantry. It's just that their infantry is just so blobbed. And, I mean, the French are just able to flank here. This is the problem. The Swedes should really, like, force their units to get a bit wider. I mean, some of these units... I mean, that's a huge unit there for the French. But yeah, these French units, they can just outflank slowly if they're clever about this. I mean, the Swedes definitely need to be careful. It's like they just keep on firing, keep on firing. Oh, yes. I mean, you can't get enough of that. If you get sick of Napoleon Total War 3 volleys, I don't know what's wrong with you. They are glorious. But you can see here, this is a huge flank here by cavalry. This is 1809 and... Oh, no, it's all 1809. This is all that elite cuirassiers like the Calancore cuirassiers. We've got more, yeah, cuirassiers. Oh my gosh, we've got so many. It's that royal unit that was like rousing for ages and they could have wiped out. This is a huge threat here. And the Swedes here are going to have to transfer units across to defend it. It's going to be interesting. The Russians still... They're sort of getting engaged with the Danish, but hardly. And it looks like the Swedes are going to take out something here by the French. What is this? Oh, it's a Lancer unit. They're going to take out a Lancer unit that I don't even think's even participated in the fight yet, but it's going to get taken out by some Dragoons. Now this Dragoon unit should really threaten the flank of the French. Oh my gosh, that is a huge, huge flank. Look at that. Look at that. That is death if I've ever seen anything. That is a huge amount of cavalry just getting ready to destroy this Austrian flank. We are going to certainly stay over this side of the battlefield for a bit. I want to see what happens with this cavalry. Yeah, these Austrians are still doing some nice... They look glorious. They're just white. They just look so fine. And you can just see in the background all the cavalry going on. Oh, yes. Just turn around, look at the other side. Looks glorious. I mean, you've got so many different units of, like, Austrians. I didn't... Oh, they are going really deep. I don't know. Oh, I guess these cavalry still here. They're going to have a cavalry fight, I think, behind the enemy lines. Whoever wins that gets to have the joy of attacking the infantry. And if it's the... Oh, well, the Swedes are still going in. I thought they were. The Swedes are still going in deep. And they are... Those Dragoons really are threatening. They are doing a lot of damage here. And, I mean, there's infantry going in as well. This is the Life-Guards. The Life-Guards have gone in. They have routed a lot here. And you can see the Lancers are coming back. They're not going to probably make much of a difference, I don't think. When they charge in... I mean, yeah, they might do a bit of damage, but I don't think they have the numbers. And there you go. It looks like the French are in still full retreat over here. The Swedes, even though like they've got less troops and not stretched out, they seem to still keep prevailing. Though I don't know if they'll prevail against all that cavalry. Someone's... Oh, it's the... okay, yeah. Alright, it's the Swedes. It's the Swedes. Just... They're tired. Bless them. But yeah, this Austrian army is getting pretty pressured now. It's getting hit quite a lot. Certainly this centre here is getting absolutely beaten up. You see all the bodies. Oh my gosh. Yeah, look at all those bodies. The Austrians are left a lot behind. I just go for the general. Go for the general with the cavalry. You could. Oh yes. Looks awesome. Looks awesome. Yeah, it's like they are stuck in between a hard spot and a rock here, and here we go. Let's get rid of the map for this. We have to see this cuirassier charge as it comes in. Oh my gosh, these like one of the most feared units in Europe at this point is the French cuirassier, and yeah, I'm not surprised. You can see some of it's getting engaged back there with the Swedes, but here we go. This could be huge. Oh no, why did you stop? That was going to be such an epic charge, and they're forming square. That's why they're forming square. Yes, I mean the Swedes just got absolutely just knocked off the battlefield. They were fighting a very elite cavalry unit. But we are going to see a charge here. This is going to be good. And in it goes. I wish cavalry charges was as epic as like Attila, but you can see like the cavalry's in here now. It's absolutely cutting stuff down. I mean, the French are pretty beaten up in like morale. Like, they might not win that fight. They've broken some Austrian units. Oh yeah, Austria is in looking a rough spot now. I mean, this cavalry unit should have gone in here. It should have gone after the general, carried on chasing him down. But this whole right flank for Austria is basically evaporated, and that has changed the battle. That really has. I think Austria is in a really like interesting position right now. He's like could lose his battle against the Italian force because of the cavalry of the French 1809. And there you go. The cavalry's going to just take out that artillery piece. That's useful. I guess. Yeah, it's a 5-pounder. It's just like, I guess that killed Bertrand, so they needed to kill that. I mean, they could go after the other one as well. And the Russians and the Danish, I mean, I think they've had a little bit of an engagement, like, but hardly any. You can see there's some Danish cav back here that is doing some damage. That's going to take out the rest of this artillery. It's a 12-pounder as well. This is a, oh, look at that gun. That's huge. They're going to take that out. And what's back here? This is Bagration, the general. They need to be careful. They need to be careful with the Russians. They're kind of overextending. They're leaving a lot of this behind. Their infantry's so fast moving at the moment that it's yeah, they should have left this cavalry to defend this artillery. I don't know why they didn't.
Our men are running, sir.
There you go. The Allies are starting to have a lot of issues. The French and their allies are turning around. I mean, it's mainly the French. The Danish have done very little, but I can't be harsh to them. Oh, it looks like there's been a bayonet charge while we were over there. Yeah, it looks like Chasseurs, the Guard have gone in, and they are just destroying units. They're taking at least 2 down. And yeah, it looks like the general's falling back as well. The general is actually, yeah, he's either been killed or he's like, I don't know, he's retreating anyway. And the Austrians are in full retreat. Full retreat. What is happening here? Oh my gosh. The Swedes, yeah, there you go. A general is dead. And it's the Russian general. It's not, I thought it might have been the Austrian general. The Russian general is dead. The Russians and the Swedes need to reconvene. They need to rejoin up, and they need to like, I don't know, they need to pray, because right now the French are coming for them. The French are coming for them. Look at the lines. You can see all the lines of dead bodies. It's insane. And look at this, like, square here. It's having to stay in square because it's going to get surrounded by French. Just get rid of the UI for a moment. Well, not the UI, but the map. You can just see this unit here. It's just surrounded. I mean, you could have the map if you can see as well. This one unit here in a little bit of red, surrounded by blue, really. I mean, some of the Austrians will return. Some of the Austrians will return. I mean, if they get chances, they might get chased down by cavalry. You can see another Austrian unit coming up here. This is some grenadiers. They're turning up, but I mean, it's a bit late. It's a bit late. And yeah, the Swedes. I mean, the Swedes need to either just keep pressuring here and just see if they can just rout the rest of this stuff. But the cavalry over there is causing absolute havoc, and the Russians have to send cavalry across because of that much like issue, and they've like that's obviously hurting their position. They really need their cavalry over there to win their fight. But yeah, this cuirassier unit is just nasty. It's French versus Russian cuirassiers, and they're called cuirassiers because of the breastplate that they have there. You can see they're like, this is a cuirass. But yeah, it looks like they're taking more buildings. It looks like this looks like it's. Well, the Swedes have taken. They've taken this one up here. They marched all the way up here and taken the other 4 buildings. So if it is down to points, I mean, the Allies are still winning. But armies, I think the French have turned it around. I mean, you can see here, there's no Austrian army left. There's literally nothing. It has been wiped off the field. And the French are now going to be surrounding the Swedes by the looks of it. They've got some units here, which can pin down a small amount of troops. This is going to be the lifeguards facing off here. But the French could probably start taking the offensive here. They don't need to keep shooting here. These Austrians, just keep a small amount, keep an eye on them. The cavalry might even be enough. They've got all these cuirassiers. They've got all these cuirassiers here. Actually, they can threaten the rear of the Swedes. And the Swedes have no more cavalry. Oh, the Swedes are in trouble. Oh, they were so confident early on, and now it's not looking so good for them. I don't know how many of their units can form square, but hopefully it's a lot. And the lifeguards look like they went in. They're going in again. The lifeguards, they don't even care. They don't even goddamn care. And there they go. They're going to break that French infantry unit. The bayonet's being used as much as possible right now to break as many units. They need to be careful they don't shoot their own men, though. Does a lot of damage to morale. Yeah, you can see the French still not happy. Still not... Like, they've not got a general either of this 1812 faction. They lost their general so early on. They're actually going to try to bayonet advance. Hey, look at them. They're coming forward. The French advancing. It looks like it's going to be a bayonet charge. You would not get this close if you were not bayonet charging. Look at that. Oh, it's just so glorious. Oh, they're going to break just before they get there. Oh, that's a shame. It was looking like a really good bayonet charge coming, and they routed. Looks like most of the 1812 French army's also gone, so it's becoming almost like a 2v2. I mean, all that the 1812 faction really has left to offer is this cavalry, which could be huge, to be fair. I mean, this cavalry should... I mean, that one might not. 24, 26. These guys might return. They seem to lose a lot to this Russian... The Russian... Crasses. But you can see here, the Russians have decided that they've had enough fighting this Danish already. The Danish have barely fought. And they've had enough. But, oh my gosh. You can just see, look at that crescent formation. They are going to surround this poor Austrian unit. Oh my god. Why is it in this formation? But these poor grenadiers are going to get gunned down. Let's just get rid of that again. You just see, like, the sheer... Yeah, they're getting shot on all the flanks. It's just... Poor unit. I like these chasseurs de garde are really nice. Yeah, this unit's just getting shot so much. It might get charged. It is. It's going to get charged by a tiny grenadier unit, and that might break it. That might break it. Yep, it did. Just like that, they just decided, yeah, that's enough. We're breaking. And that's the Austrians off the battlefield, really. I mean, I don't know. The French might be gone here as well. The 1809 one, like I said, they might return some of those units, but is it really the same force it used to be? Absolutely not. I think the last thing that this cavalry can do here is it needs to go after go and get a general. It needs to go and get the Swedish general. I want to keep calling the Swedish the Swiss for some reason, just because there's that one Swiss unit for the French. That's it. It's in my head now. And it looks like oh, we're gonna have a general versus general fight, and this general is still alive. I'm pretty sure. This is Louis Dessous against George Carl. What's some great names? And I can see Dessous here. I don't know where George Carl is. Are they fighting each other? I doubt it. I doubt it. Oh, but the French is gonna get out of there. How is he getting out of this alive? How is he getting out of this alive? The Swedish need to just shoot him as he comes by. Just hold your fire and just shoot. They just put a volley of pain into this poor general as he runs across the front lines. Yeah, look at that. Just what an idiot. He's just charging across the front line. Yeah, oh my gosh, he's still alive though, is the general. He's that guy without a hat. But he's breaking. He's still alive. He's wavering. He might not return though. He wavers and breaks. That could be huge. Did the other general? Yeah, he got out there. The Swedish general got out alive. The Russians look like they're going to fall back on this town, which they look like they're having a fight. Oh no, they're having a fight over here. The Swedish are fighting the Danish in this this building over here. This all the way over here. How am I? Jeez. What is this? Okay, we just got some like in Delta infantry. I'm presuming this could be they're sending. I have no idea what unit this is. It must be a decent one because it looks like it's winning. The Danish look like they're winning that fight. The Delta infantry, I'm pretty sure, is not great. I could be wrong, but it doesn't look like it's doing too great anyway. Morale is, yeah, not looking great on their behalf. I mean, they've sent in more units here. You can see this looks like more line infantry here getting sent in. So yeah, it looks like the Danish are going to take that for themselves. So I mean, points-wise, Allies are still winning. They still have 4, 5, 6 points, which mainly captured all by the Swiss, not the Swiss, the Swedes. Jeez. That is going to be a curse for the rest of this game. I do apologise. Oh, and the Austrians are back. They've got that one grenadier unit back, but yeah, that's all their army is really. Poor grenadier unit. I think that, yeah. I thought they held someone else. Oh yeah, the building has been lost over there. The Danish took it. And yeah, this is what is going on here. Look, you can see like this is the manic like battle that's happened. And somehow the French are now almost on the side that the Austrians came from. Are the Swedes going to try and push them up against the river? That'd be kind of a cool last stand. Defend at the river, men. Looks like they could be, actually. They are forming up to a form line. Yep. They're getting shot by the Swedes. No, they're just forming column. Just forming column. Best way to move in Napoleon Total War 3, you go in column. Yeah, they're getting shot as they do this. This is kind of a interesting tactic. I don't know why the grenadier unit here is still firing in column. That's not a great idea. Looks like the Danish are trying to harass some of the Russians now. They are sending up like units. They look like they're going to try and assault on this building, try and take this one next. So it looks like it's going to come down to the Danish. The Danish do have a very fresh army, so they might have a good chance. But so do the Russians. The Russians do have no general, but that never really stops the Russians. The Russians are madmen anyway, so they'll carry on fighting till, I mean, they've got no one left. So it looks like most of the main fighting again is sort of over. I mean, there's still like sort of sporadic fighting going on, so I'm gonna just we're just gonna watch the sporadic fighting here. You can see the Delta infantry here. It's fighting off against some line infantry from Bern. That's like on near the Pyrenees. I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong. It's like probably up Bayern or something like that. Bayern. I don't know. Chasseurs, Lapide. These guys look. I do like their chasseurs. I just like every single one of their units. The French just look glorious all the time. You can't go wrong. Chasseurs with their like yellow and green. That's like their identification. They could just take this building. Defend this building. I don't think they're going to get much further than that. The Russian cavalry's coming across. I just like, yeah, just looking at that, it's like you can see like all the lines of dead, just where they've all stood and then retreated. It looks awesome. But yeah, I mean, the Swedes have done such a good job. I think they've been one of the MVPs of this game. Like I don't know what it is, but they did such a great job. I think this like column formation style that they've gone with is like probably wonderful for them. Like, I mean, fighting in column is usually good, and like firing in column, but I didn't think like that it had to be that deep. I mean, that's how the French sort of fought. They fought in like this sort of like small chunky columns and just march forward and blitz through areas. There you go. Yeah, they've taken this building. Looks like they're going to defend this building to the last man. And the Swedes are going to have to assault this. And that's not a bad idea by the French. I don't think they're going to get much further than this, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there you go. The French are going to hold this. They've got their grenadiers in here. And they'll hold this to the last man. What have they got in here? Grenadiers and chasseurs. Ooh, some good units in there. I mean, even if they do then carry on retreating, you can trap a few units in here. But no, it looks like they're going to send in most of their men in here. That French unit did return, so that could possibly get a snipe on a general. Who knows? Oh, but the Danish are going to get a snipe on a general. How the Danish have got some light dragoons all the way across here, and I don't think Sweden's realised. And we're going to have a bit more of a Scandinavian old brawl. And yeah, maybe no allied generals will be remaining in a moment. Yeah, it could be the case. Yeah, oh my gosh, that unit just got absolutely obliterated. And there you go. The general is getting attacked. He's still alive. I think this might be him here. They've turned around. They're going to shoot at them. And they're shooting their own general, though. This is a risk. The general is... Oh, he might return. He might not. I don't think he will. George Kyle looks like he might have had enough. And he's charging towards the French. Oh, yeah, the French are over here. I forgot about that. Yeah, the French are in this building, so they're just going to run into, like, the fire of the French. Oh, they're in a tough spot now. And there you go. Yeah, the Swedes are now... That is interesting. The Swedes have now got, like, a predicament. What do they do? Sort of thing. But it looks like it's the Danes are just going to do most of the main fighting now. And it looks like it's going to be all around this this village here. It'll be interesting to see what's going to happen. But I might just do another cut, because it looks like most of the main fighting is over. If anything does happen that you do miss, I will let you know. But I don't think anything's going to happen for a little while. So I'll see you guys in a moment. Here we go. So the French are making their final stand as the Swedes advance. They're just the other side of that hedgerow there. But the French can sense them. They've been told by men up here in the balcony, which are now invisible, that the Swedes are there. And yeah, there you go. The huge columns erupt from the Swedish forces. They're really sending their. I presume they've got their lifeguards left, and they've got Delta infantry left. So I mean, they're gonna have to send these guys in. They've got, yeah, the French are just defending the flanks of this building to the last man. To the last man, men. Volley. Yep, and the Swedes aren't having a, they don't want it. They don't want to fight him. That's so surprising. But and they've still got troops all the way over here. They've got lifeguards here. Why are they not getting these guys up? These guys yeah, they've got 1, 2, 3 units here. Some of these are lifeguards. Yeah, well, one of them is lifeguards. You could use with them just to storm the building, certainly. But looks like the French are... They've still got a bit of a fight in them, you know. They're going to beat these Swedes if it's the last thing they can do. I mean, this Dutch Grenadier unit would be very good for storming the farmhouse. They've got enough units here that they should be able to overwhelm these French. I would have thought. They've got another unit back there of, like, fresh infantry. You should just get that up at this point and just come and help fight. But as you can see here on the map, It's like just pockets of fighting now going on, and I have no idea like where half the Danish army is. It's like I've seen like a few of their line infantry units, but I don't think I've seen all of them. Like they've got more coming across here now. But yeah, this line infantry is just like so elusive, and they've got the Russians are going to carry out. I think it's going to go for this the 6-pounder here. It's been left on its own for ages. Oh, no, it's not. There you go. This is what I mean. Like, this all just appears. It's the same with the Russians. The Russians now, like, go, oh my god, we're getting absolutely harassed by artillery. They just got, like, a volley to, like, murder them there. Yeah, they've got, like, loads of units here that just keep appearing. And just go, yep, we've been here all along. And then you go back and disappear into the mist. As the Danish are, like, still, they're forming up most of their infantry now. As I said, I've not seen most of the infantry. It's starting to appear now. They look glorious in their red. Remind me of obviously the British in their red coats. Look good. Now, yeah, the Danish did fight for the French about twice. They got beaten twice as well by the British. I think both times their Danish fleet got like captured and taken. So they've decided, I think, like this is their 3rd time lucky. But yeah, you can see the Swedish are going to send back their forces. And yeah, I mean, it's been a long, long battle. I hope you guys have been enjoying. Because this is a long-ass battle. But it could go either way, this one right now. It is seriously close. I mean, they are going to batter down this building by the looks of it. It's going to take a lot of damage to do this. It's only like 1 damage. I don't actually know if they're hitting it. To be honest, I think they're hitting short. They're hitting like here. Well, they're not even going... I don't know that they're going for it. They might be going for something back here. Looks like there's units that are trying to hide. I mean, you can see look at all this. All the Russians just cowering behind buildings. They don't want to get shot at by the artillery of the Danish. I don't think the Russians have any artillery left to reply with. They all got killed by cavalry of various sorts by the Danish. Really. But the Danish are coming forward, I think, now. We are coming to the final stages of this battle. So I hope you guys have been enjoying. You can see the French are now making an offensive. Against, well, they're going to push out and try and chase this Swedish army down. It's going to be interesting to see. We've got a tiny bit of a firefight going out here as well. Looks like the Swiss and the Danes are going to have a fight. This is the lifeguards here. These lifeguards are glorious. Look at their little... Oh! That was so loud in my ears. But that was so glorious. I hope you guys are enjoying the sound of the musket. If it's a little bit too loud, I will turn it down for like the next battle. But some people were saying it's a little bit too quiet. And they wanted to be deafened by muskets. So I only turned up like a tiny bit as well, and people are like, so if I can't get it right, clearly, either too loud or it's too quiet. But there you go, lifeguards breaking. This dragoon unit back here has been causing issues for the entire battle, and the French are still chasing down the Austrians. That's what they want to chase down, it seems. And there you go, the Swedes are basically gone. In this little enclave here, these fresh Danish troops are just too much. They're just too much. And it's going to be the Delta infantry that's going to have to hold. It's going to form square, which you should have done a little while ago. And it's not. No. It's decided form square is not a good idea. We're going to run for it. Run for the hills. We're probably going to get shot and broken. Or the cavalry might get them. I could just get the cavalry to go and chase them. Get the cavalry to chase them. And over on this side, I mean, the Danes just don't want to engage this defense here. And, I mean, that's kind of a smart idea. I wouldn't want to engage this defense either. There's a lot of nice units in here. I mean, what we've got here, we've got lots of line infantry. I imagine there's some sort of grenadiers in here somewhere knocking about. But yeah, the Russians and the Danish basically have not used their infantry armies. Like, hardly. I mean, the Russians have lost, like, generals and they've lost cavalry. But the Russian infantry is basically untouched. And I think the only bit of cavalry left is possibly the Danish. The Danish have all the cavalry. So it's like all in the hands of the Danish, really, and what they're going to do with this battle. But we are coming down. You can see in the time there's hardly any time left. So I mean, they've got to make a decision soon. Maybe it's coming down to it's going to come down to these points here. It looks like it might. And like I said, the Allies are winning on them. They still have 6, and at the most, the French can only take 5, I think, at the moment. So right now they need to get another one somewhere. They need to come and take this village. It's probably the easiest one to come and take. Or the Danes should have gone and attacked that town over there, taking that one off the Russians. Like, they have a small force here hidden with the artillery, apparently. Because it keeps appearing. So they should just send that up here and go and attack this building. Because the Russians don't know where that is. They don't know where it is. It could be moving for all they know right now. But it's Russia's defending a village. I don't really rate your chances in taking the town anytime soon. The Russians will at least repel at least probably 2 assaults. Because they're mad lads. And these are grenadiers here. They will do a good job. They will hold a lot of buildings. We've got line infantry coming up now. For the Tsar, men! For the Tsar! Rank after rank of line infantry. And there is the, yeah, it looks like it's going to go out and face the line infantry of the Danish. They finally had enough. Like, right, that's it. And there you go, more retreating stuff. What is this? Oh, it's the Swiss. They keep, not Swiss, the Swedes. Oh my gosh, that is actually an issue. And the French are just coming out in hordes. They still have like probably about 8 or so units here. Yeah. I mean, a lot of them really aren't units, but they have some units left at least. I don't know whether the Swedish army is trying to retreat back here. I think it has mainly got back. This is like all got back over here. And this is it. Here we go, the final engagement. The Danish are making a assault. And the Russians are going to hold the line to the very last man.
Our unit is dead, sir.
Our unit is dead, sir. It's been dead a long time. You can see the morale is not great for the Russians. They lost their general a long time ago. I think just about every faction by the Danish has no general. You see the Russians just fighting off in this forest. Looking glorious as ever. But there is literally a minute or so left to go. So it clearly, like, unless the Danish can like storm the building quickly, they are going to lose this battle. And I mean, the Allies have done a really good job. I mean, they took the points quickly. I don't know if the Austrians probably didn't need to push on past that building, and certainly didn't neither did the Swedes. They should have just stayed here, and then they could have just stood and waited for like the Allies to make not the Allies, the French coalition forces like to make an assault, because they would have had to. You can see here these Russians, they're happily just gonna duke it out. Oh, the poor man. He's like, no, I'm not going to make it through the battle. It's nearly over. But imagine it like the end of a battle. Like, it's going to get to the end of this battle, and they're going to be like, right, you've taken too many buildings. We just have to, we'll call it a day there. We'll call it a day there. Yeah, as you can see, still 4, and 4, 1, 1. And it's going to be to 4. They don't even have actually any units in it, but I guess they hold them technically. So yeah, the Danish here, they're firing off into their volleys. And here we go, the last 30 seconds. Come on, Danish, just go and make an assault on the building. You don't realize how much time you have. It's no time, no time at all. Don't know why the camera did that all of a sudden. Just went and dipped down, just like, nope, we're going to look at their feet. No, we don't want to look at those Danish feet. They look ugly. Ugly Danish feet. Oh, looks so good. And you can see the silhouettes of men. And I mean, yeah, this is it. And there you go, a draw. But I would say, apparently it is a draw, but I would say it's certainly a win to the Allies. I will give it to the Allies, because they held more buildings. So that's really how it should go. So this was sent in by Marshal Null, who was playing as the Swedes. He had a lot of early success, and then like it got to sort of like the late game, and he kind of just got pushed back. I think he could have taken out the French if he persisted, but he was just a bit worried about the Russian position, I think. But yeah, so we'll have a look at. I mean, did he get the most kills? No, he didn't actually. It was the Austrians, who was played by Lebendig Flemish Fleisch Machine. I'm definitely butchering it. I do apologize. Oh dear. And then we got Bring Back Militia, who's playing as the Russians. He did very well, holding on like holding back the Danish, even without even fighting them. Then you can see the Danish getting the least amount of kills. The Danish and the Russians getting the least amount of kills. Danish played by Monk barely appeared and like lost like no men. His army basically intact. We've got Mac here who was playing as the 1809, 1812 army, I'm pretty sure. Then we've got Coco here who's playing as the Italian army, I'm pretty sure. It could be the other way around. I can't really tell. The two French emblems are very similar. But we'll have a quick look at some of the Swedish kills. So their best unit got 156 into their lifeguards. Then one of their dragoons, and then there are the rest of the scores if you'd like to have a look at them. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this Napoleon Total War 3 battle, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, as we work our way towards 2,000 subscribers. And until next time, Legionnaires,